Today we're going to be reviewing two Daiwa reels, the Fuego LT and the Daiwa BG. Let's get into it. So basically, we have the Fuego LT and the Daiwa BG over here. First I'm going to be opening up the Fuego. The reason I got two of these reels was because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. So I thought I'd order them and see which one I liked better. So right off the box, we have the reel handle. It's pretty nice. It's pretty sweet. It's light, but it's solid, you know. Light and tough LT. And then here's the reel itself. First impressions, this is really awesome. You know, this is smooth. And it's nice to install the reel. It's pretty easy. The handle, all you do is twist it in that spot right there. You can lock that, and then you got it. And this thing is smooth, let me tell you. It is one of the smoothest reels I've ever felt. It just keeps going. It's light as air. And the reel itself isn't too bad. It's you know, that's what I expected. Weight, size, everything, you know. Here's, you know, it's not that big. My hand's right here. It's a decent size reel. I think it's perfect for, you know, medium to heavy rod, you know. Yeah. So then let's open up the BG here. Same type of deal. One thing I've noticed so far is that the BG box is a little more solid cardboard compared to like strong paper for the LT Fuego box. But it doesn't really make a difference for me, but I guess if you're gonna put it in storage, it could mean something to you, but for me it's fine. Right out of the box for this one, I'm noticing the reel handle is much bigger. Much bigger. It's a lot more beefy, okay? It goes out further. The handle itself is like, it's a different material. I kind of like this material better. This is a little more sticky rubber to say. This is a little more, it feels like it would hold up long term better. But we'll see. And then we get the actual reel. We have two protective coverings for it, which is kind of nice. I wish the LT would have that, but. And, you know, pretty nice reel here. First thing I'm noticing, you just feel the power when you're holding this reel. I mean, it's significantly heavier than this, but it makes up for it, you know? It just feels like you could take on a shark with this thing. But yeah, here are the two reels. Size comparison, I don't know. The BG is almost bigger than the Fuego, I think. It definitely is a little bit bigger. Not by much, but this is the 3000, this is a 2500. So, I mean, that's kind of why I did this. I bought the 3000 Fuego. 2500 Fuego seems to be a popular choice, but the 3000 you get more bang for the buck, I think, because it's the same size, same frame as the 2500, but you get way more stuff out of it. And, you know, I can't just get over how smooth these reels are. Both of them. I mean, I was expecting that. I've heard the BG is one of the smoothest reels you'll hold for under $200, but I didn't know about the Fuego. I hadn't heard anything about how smooth it was or anything. I've watched videos and stuff, but no, this one. But the BG, the Fuego's almost, they're smooth, but this is, it takes a little more to push this, so to say. Okay. So I'm gonna, like, this is like pushing air. Okay, this is like a feather. Okay, it's so light, the handle itself, and just real. This you feel a little more. It feels more sturdy, but it kind of makes up for it. Like, it's a little harder to reel in. They're both super smooth and easy to reel in, but like, I don't know. And then let's get into the specs here. So basically, we'll go with Fuego first. I'll let you see this box. Pause the video or whatever and just see, you know, everything. But basically, one game changer for each one of these reels. Guess how much line this can hold, and guess how much line this can hold. So basically, you get 10-pound monofilament, you get 140 yards for the BG. 10-pound monofilament. For this, you get 260 yards. Over 2 times more. Or close. Not over 2 times, but in the ballpark, okay? So, that really makes a difference. Which, I really wish the BG would have more line capacity, because you're not going to be tackling too big a fish with this. I think it could handle some abuse and a big fish, but I'm going to feel way more comfortable with the BG. This thing could feel like you could reel in a whale with it, okay? I'd love to get my hands on an 8,000 or 6,000, but the only thing is, it's just so heavy. It's a big, big package, which if that's what you're into, whatever. But like, for me, I want a light reel, because I'm not a big bait fisherman. I'm gonna be casting plastics all day, okay? But braid, it has millimeters here, because this is metric, but it's not. This actually has pound line, but this is up to 30-pound braid, which is pretty sweet to have. And this is up to, like, it doesn't say poundage, but it can go up to 0.18 millimeters. You know, it's pretty nice. But this can hold 430 meters, a 0.16 millimeters of line, okay? This, I don't know, 0.16 millimeters, like, goes into, but 15-pound line, you get 170 meters, okay? But I don't know. I feel like you get more bang for your buck with this guy, because it just kind of has everything you want. And for me, I got these for bass fishing, okay? This, I wouldn't like to bass fish with it, just because of the weight. It's a big rod. I don't need that much of a rod. Reel, sorry. But, I don't know. It's really, 2 ounces difference. I'm going with this guy. I ordered these two to see which one I would keep, and I'm leaning towards the Fuego right now, but, you know, this definitely holds significantly more line, but it goes up to 16 pounds monofilament. Okay, nylon is monofilament, and it says 16 pounds nylon. This can only go up to 10 pounds, or at least it says so on the box. I've heard it can go up to more. I don't know if you want to push it or not, but because I'm going to be fishing with fluorocarbon, I'm not a big braid guy, but, you know, it really does make a difference. But each reel, I don't know, they have their ups and downs. If I'm going to the ocean, I'm taking this guy. If you're fishing cover, everyone says BG all the way. Fuego's generally new. BG's been around since the 70s. This is a new design, but it's the same frame. So that goes to show that this one might be a little more trustworthy in different scenarios, okay? But I don't know. This is also, apparently it has 20 to 50% larger gears, okay? This, I never heard that. 50 to 20% larger gears means longer life. This is supposedly able to outlast all your other reels. So one upside of the BG, that's definitely it. That's one of the biggest things for me. But you know, to each their own. But in gear ratio, Fuego, you can get many options for gear ratio. The BG only is, for the 2500, only is 5.6 to 1. This 5.3 to 1. I don't know, so you get a little bit more faster reeling with that guy, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. One downside to each one, I'm gonna say the drag. Feels a little bit cheap, okay? Compared to this guy right here. This is metal. And this is plastic. For $100 reel, I kind of expect more, but that's the only downside. This, I can't even find a downside. Except for the fact that maybe you can't reel in a big fish. I think it can. If you're surf fishing, there's no cover. But this is more like, you know, big fish reel. Okay. This, though, I've heard a lot of complaints about the bail being too thin. If you look, it is pretty thin. For me, I kind of like it. It looks way solid enough, okay? I feel like it doesn't make a difference to me. But I kind of like it almost better than the thick bail for this guy right here. This is a thick bail, okay? Let that stop for you. Much thicker, okay? I don't know. It doesn't make a difference to me. I kind of like, thick's nice to have, I guess. I don't know if it really makes a difference. I've heard that this is kind of flimsy, but I don't know. But in the end, this is kind of your, okay, I want to ocean fish, I want to bass fish, I want to do whatever, okay? With one reel, this is what you want, okay? You could probably, I would even deep sea fish with this thing. That's how confident I feel when I'm holding it. This is more like so much line capacity, max drag 22 pounds, max drag for this 13. Switch that up and I think it's kind of like ideal for each reel, but I love it for this reel. Why can't they do 22 pounds max drag for this? That's my question, but whatever. But this is kind of good. I don't know. This could handle well for any fish, I think. But for bass fishing, I'm going to get the Fuego. I'm not going to get the BG. Also, mag seal technology in the Fuego. Really wish they would have included that in the BG because, I don't know, this is great for ocean fishing, but what the mag seal technology is, I'll explain it to you, is oil. It's like magnetic oil that seals up the reel, so when water enters, it just, you know, it's like it pulls it away, basically, you know. It's hard to explain, but I mean, there are many, you know, there's a lot of information about it. You can look it up, but for me, freshwater fishing doesn't make a difference. Saltwater, it really does. You don't want saltwater getting in those gears. because no matter how much you rinse it off, sometimes it just doesn't work that well. But if they would have done that with the BG, I would have really been impressed, because I'm going to be ocean fishing with this one. I'm not going to be ocean fishing with this one if I have a choice. But whatever. I mean, and, you know, they're both really nice. Light and Tough LT, black gold. I would think it would be big game BG, but this is also made of like carbon composite, like light material. This is like aluminum frame. It's like it's just a heavy duty reel. And you know, the max drag, I'm kind of disappointed in this guy, but I don't know, compared to this, which is awesome. Because I was shopping and the BG just seemed exactly what I wanted. Then I came across the Fuego, and there didn't seem anything more perfect than this reel, okay, for what I wanted to do, which is only bass fishing, you know? But, I don't know. One of the big game changers for me is the 16-pound monofilament capacity on this guy. With 16 pounds, you get 160 yards, which is a heck of a lot for 16 pounds, you know? I'm probably going to put 14 or 12 pound on it. 16's a little much for me, especially if I'm not using a bait caster. Get more line capacity. It's always nice to have more line if you run out. I mean, but in the end, Fuego's way to go for small game. BG, big game. I hope you like this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.